Bushcraft 101, a field guide to the art of wilderness survival. Introduction, page 13. Preconceived notions, especially when one is fairly brought up in their influence, are most difficult to shake off. Stuart Edward White, Camp and Trail, 1907. Bushcraft is a term for wilderness skills and is the practice of surviving and thriving in the natural world. To effectively practice bushcraft, you must master a unique skill set that includes firecraft, navigation, trapping, creating shelter, tracking, and the use of tools, both modern and primitive. Wise hikers carry few essentials and tools with them on their journeys. Instead of extra equipment, they carry the knowledge and skills needed to create necessary items straight from the landscape. To thrive in the woods without the modern comforts available today takes determination. Like any hobby, it requires dedication and knowledge that may, in certain circumstances, save your life. Many bushcraft skills are essential to surviving in the wild in an emergency. Turning to the not-so-distant past, you'll find that some of the most influential men in history took life in the wilderness as a serious endeavor, as well as a euphoric pastime. They reconnected with nature, conserved resources, and worked to preserve the natural world. Theodore Roosevelt is perhaps the most famous president associated with exploration, preservation, and life in the wild. Working with John Muir, founder of the Sierra Club, he improved the protection of the United States' natural wonders, preserving 230 million acres of wildlife habitat across the nation. Within 30 years of the turn of the 20th century, folks in the United States were rediscovering what it was like to spend time in nature and finding a release from the day-to-day life. Writers and authors such as Horace Kephart and E.H. Krebs captured this new craze by using the term woodcraft and camping. They followed in the footsteps of their predecessors, such as George Washington Sears, Nessmuk, who was an innovator in trapping and traveling in the woods for recreation, not survival. More recently, Les Hiddens, the Australian bush tuckerman, Mors Kokanaski, the Canadian bushcraft and survival instructor, and Ray Mears, the famous English woodsman and instructor, have all brought the practice of bushcraft to contemporary audiences. Why would anyone in this era of modern conveniences and incredible technology leave a comfortable life behind in pursuit of a simpler but potentially hazardous tramp in the woods? The reasons are many, and the benefits are numerous. Practicing bushcraft is a great way for you to enjoy the outdoors. If you feel you're trapped in an urban environment, a good tramp is a way to return to the wild. Turn off your electronic devices, and escape society's constant pressures. In addition, the abilities you hone in the bush can become life-saving skills. when it comes to disaster preparedness and survival situations. Nessmuk said it best when he explained, "We do not go to the green woods and crystal waters to rough it, we go to smooth it." That is a powerful statement, especially in this day of modern convenience. Many believe that to smooth it, or to be comfortable, means that we need lots of gear and gadgets. In reality, you need very little equipment to succeed in the wild. Instead, you need knowledge of the natural world. This book gives you that knowledge in a short span of words, but it must be complemented by, page 15, your own experience and time in the bush to gain your own doctorate in woodsy knowledge, a term coined by Mark Baker. This volume is the perfect companion for outdoor enthusiasts as well as those new to practicing bushcraft. It was written from personal experience, research, and many days and nights afield within several different environments and ecosystems. Guided by my experience, you'll discover all you'll need for expeditions, from preparing your pack to setting up camp to choosing tools and supplies. This handbook also includes clear instructions on navigating, fire making, trapping, fishing, foraging, and more. You'll need even learn the best ways to conserve resources, both natural and man-made. The tried and true instructions, tips, and tricks found here will give you the important bushcrafting skills you'll need to transition from indoor living to surviving and thriving in the natural world. It is my belief that by understanding natural resources and learning about the items that make the difference between comfort and misery, you can attain an almost euphoric experience when spending time on the trail or in the bush. With this book as your guide, soon you'll be enjoying the wilderness as well, with the need to smooth it. To that end, I present this writing to you, inspired by my heroes and mentors of the past as reclamation and a more contemporary version of bushcraft from my experience in the eastern United States, Dave Canterbury.